Yo, yo, yo. This is disagreeable. I'm disagreeable. We are disagreeable. And this is another everything is fake. Yes, we know everything is fake. At least I do. But I just want to walk it down a little bit right now. I want to walk it down a little bit right now. Everybody who you are congregating with on these online spaces are full of shit. It's a facade. It's a lie. You know? I want to say that first. I want to say that first because that people will tend to think that's because these people aren't celebrities. You think you're getting an actual representation of a human being from these people on these online spaces, right? You are not. These people are fully programmed and are with the beast. They're with the beast system. You feel me? But we're gonna walk this down slow. See if anybody wants to comment in the chat or whatever. But we'll start because the current events are still going on. Every time that I look, I stay away from mainstream news, and I'm gonna do a separate broadcast on this, but I wanted to talk about the frequency addiction, that they have most people locked up in, And I've noticed because I don't watch television, and when I say television, I put streaming platforms and all that BS, Hulu, Netflix, all that BS. I put that in there. I don't own them. I don't watch them because and this frequency addiction is. I'm sure there's science behind it, but I just noticed like people who are into television, streaming platforms, mainstream forms of so-called entertainment or government of your mind. You feel me? These people play their shit at an obnoxious at a, an obnoxious volume. You feel me? Out of control, high, obnoxious volume, and they don't even realize it. And then I started realizing, because I've been less isolated as of late, and I started realizing when these shows start, they're extremely loud. Like the volume changes throughout the show, And I feel like when the show starts and they hit you with a certain sound, they primed you for this experience. Now you're locked into this frequency. So you are low-key addicted to it. So you're turning it up to feel more of it. You feel me? But we'll get away from that. What's up, Shaka? What's up, Shaka? I see Shaka in the chat. What's good? And this everything's fake episode 1 million or whatever. But with the current events, like every time I turn on the mainstream media or I come across it, be it most likely through YouTube, it's okay. So every day someone shooting up a church now. That's what's happening now. Every day someone's shooting up a church, and I think they're kind of I don't know why the elites or the Satanists or whatever the hell you want to call them, the Babylonians. I don't know why they're panicking and worried about this whole Charlie Kirk thing, this completely fake, nonsensical, fabricated event that never went down, a crime that never had a crime scene. You know why the crime never had a crime scene? Because there was no crime committed. It was theater. It was kayfabe. 100% theater. And I'm not coming online to try to figure out, oh, this happened here, and argue with stupid N-words. You feel me? And argue with stupid N-words. Shout out to that bald faggot nigga with the glasses. You feel me? Huh? The city nigga. I know that faggot. That nigga couldn't stay away. That guy couldn't stay away. He's like, oh shit, like, oh, I gotta say now. I know I've been hiding like a pussy, but I gotta come talk about this now. Maybe you feel safe, but don't worry, I'm dropping that bomb. You feel me? You guys, and I reject that whole community because if and even the people who participate over there and come over here, if you can't see that nigga's a bitch and giving you false information and selling you a false reality, talking about this SBE and all this other corny bullshit. He ain't like that. He don't live like that. And you guys thinking that's the way to go, like this guy's a fucking role model or some shit. You're a fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot. You know? These people can't be saved. And I'm not trying to save anybody. I'm trying to say this. I don't want any crossover. I don't want any crossover. You feel me? Y'all fuck around over there. Don't fuck around over here. That's all. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Because the situation is on the same level as if my homies were gonna go to a gay club and they like we slide into this gay club. You want to go? Hell no, nigga. And I'm not homies with y'all no more. I don't want to go to the gay club, and I'm not homies with you guys anymore. How about that? How about that? But I digress. And with this whole Kirk situation, the faker it is, and like I've always, everybody knows me. I believe all this shit is fabricated, simulated, you know. But and it's not the devil doing fabrications that bothers me. It's the masses that so easily feed into this shit, and even the people who feel like they are some type of different level of intelligence above these masses, they then look at the fraud and try to dissect the fraud. And when the Babylonians, the Satanists, the government, whatever you want to call them, when they're throwing in more fraud on top of their fraud, you're going to end up in a endless cycle of, oh, they did this. Oh, there was a gun over here. What about this guy here? Oh, that's AI. Oh, that's a blood squib. Oh, this is fake. Yes, that's why I stop at everything is fake. That's why I stop. That's why I begin and I stop at everything is fake. I'm not trying to figure shit out. Soon as I have assessed that the situation is fabricated, simulated, synthetic. Soon as I assess that the situation is fabricated, simulated, and synthetic, I'm like, that's it. But what else to talk about? Oh wait, and here's the thing: you need to realize it's 100% fake. You doing research isn't going to get you to any level of truth. Oh, this is what actually happened, and this guy's happened. Oh, and the same time this happened, this tech company, this tech company, this guy, he secretly on the same day became the richest guy in the world because the stock ran up, and then they had calls and puts on the stocks. And yes, it's insider trading. That's what goes on. That's what goes on. That's what always has gone on. You feel me? Even I'm sitting outside, and this tree is like literally raining bugs on me, but they're not biting. I'm guessing they're aphids, but it is what it is. Like, where was I going with that? Oh yeah, and here's the thing. So we know, at least anybody with half a brain should know that everything coming through the media is fake. That the TV was patented as a weapon. I guess you wouldn't know this because you're a fucking idiot. You don't do any research. But the TV was patented as a weapon. People around my age probably remember when Obama was in office and he made everybody get digital televisions. Do you remember that? The government who don't do shit for you that you don't like so much. I don't know where this nigga said we're upgrading the nation to digital or whatever, and made you get a digital television. How often does the government give you something for free for your benefit? Goddamn president gave you a cable box in your house, and you weren't suspicious of that at all. You didn't second guess that at all. You feel me? I'll give you my quick theory about what happened during that time, because earlier, before they instituted the full digital and all that shit, I would see glitches on TV, and I wasn't this educated on these different subject matters and all that shit at that point. But I would see things all the time that didn't make any sense. Certain types of glitching, abnormalities in people's faces. But I wasn't thinking all this at this point. I'm just very observant. I was like, wow, this is weird. This doesn't make any sense. You feel me? And if you want to look into the weirdness, you want to go down the rabbit hole. I think they call it liquid crystal ionization. Is that what it's called? What is it's liquid crystal something that they say the so-called beings, the they live people, the reptilians, whatever you want to call them, that they were saying the reptilians that they were saying. Oh, damn, why did I leave my track of thought? Well, how the fuck did I just lose my track of thought? What the fuck was I just going in on? Hold on a second. I picked up this tea off the ground to take a sip. Oh, a chocolate cell in here. Help me find my thought. Oh yeah, free comes with Vaseline. Oh yeah, yeah. Thank you, Obama, giving you that free digital television. My theory back in the day is if you want to get down the weird rabbit hole, you can look up liquid crystal ionization, I think it's called. I could be wrong, but look up liquid crystal reptilian or something like that. It'll come up. And you might be like, oh, that sounds silly. Once you start looking at the evidence, you'll remember as a kid seeing glitches on the TV that didn't make sense, where people would be glitched out in this white and black zebra pattern. Or maybe your memory has been wiped. You don't remember this. I remember all types of things from the past that people think like what didn't happen or wasn't the normal occurrence of the everyday. You feel me? So I remember, and this is everybody. You see mad people like this, and they would be distorted in some white and black zebra-like pattern, digitized like pattern. Just looks fucking. It definitely looks crazy. You feel me? And then they had to move to the digital to cover that up. And I even noticed it because you can still see it now. Because have you ever been watching it? And it happens on news the heaviest. It happens on news the heaviest. You'll see people like coming and talking on a news segment or some shit like that, and they just like they start digitizing out. Their faces starts digitizing out, and it's only them. I know you're trying to say people will try to make sense of it. People try to make sense of it for themselves and like, oh, that's just some type of digital distortion or this or that. Like, but can you use your common sense at all? How come only the people, and they don't have to be moving? Only the things are moving because there's a problem happening right now, and only the things that are moving are messing up and digitizing and all that shit. No, it's not. They can be still and they will still digitize like everything else. And I'm not going all the way down this rabbit hole. I'm just saying the level of fraud is so deep that you cannot concern yourself with what is okay, let me say it this way. You cannot concern yourself with how real or how fake something is. You cannot concern yourself with how real or how fake something is. Either it's actual reality or it's non-reality. You feel me? And I know this is some nerd shit that most people probably didn't watch because back in the days it was some nerd shit to me that I didn't watch, and then my homie told me that it was dope, so I watched it. There was a show called Battlestar Galactica. Right? And nowadays I couldn't even watch it for like the esoteric value of it because TV is just trash, you know. But there was a show called Battlestar Galactica, and the only thing I knew about Battlestar Galactica is that it was for nerds. It was like the other show that I never watched, Babylon 5, and I still haven't watched that one because I never had a homie come to me and tell me, "Yo, Babylon 5 is really that shit. You need to run and look at Babylon 5 and see what's really going on." That's never happened, you know. So, but if you watch Battlestar Galactica, you'll see that technology has taken over. They're on a ship in the future, but the futuristic ship is using old technology because the AI, the new artificial beings or whatever, I think they literally are the AI, the Cylons, I think they're called, they are in all the technology. So you can't trust the technology. You got to go landline, everything and all that shit. That's what we're getting back to. You feel me? I watched a couple clips from that mockery of a memorial, that satanic celebration for psyop, for another psyop gone well. You feel me? And it was so creepy and fake. Because I think if anybody is here or watches later and they watch them and they remember my other live when I was like, yeah, this seems like better propaganda at least. You know, I think everything's fake or whatever. And then later, his wife came on crying, and everybody else, a lot of people were affected by this wife crying when she first came out. That's the first thing that let me know it was 100% fake. I was like, oh, and I don't need to look into how this Erica Kirk woman went to a Jesuit school, how she was a part of the Miss America pageant, and then she was a recruiter or casting couch bitch for the Miss America pageant. She was part of some organization in Romania trafficking children. I don't need to know any of that. All I had to do was use my discernment as a righteous being when I pull that white bitch up with her weird, creepy whispering. Like, who is fooled by this shit? That's why I'm really not trying to just be angry and be total. I guess nihilism is the right word, but I have no hope for the masses, for society, for people. I have no hope for nothing. Motherfuckers are incredibly dumb. This bitch came up with her creepy ass, and he worked so hard, and I loved him, and he worked hard, and I loved him, and we're gonna do this. These are motherfucking either psychopaths. That's me being generous. You're a psychopath and you're trying to pattern human emotion, But I think you're not even human. I think you're not even human. And if we want to go down deep down into the rabbit hole, I think we have already been taken over by Skynet. I think it's over. I'm not sure Trump is alive. I'm not sure he's real. That shit that happened right there was 100% fake. I feel like there was a, like, we're gonna get deep with it. I feel like there was some hologram projection going on when that guy got shot, mixing real reality with fake reality, aka augmented reality. Is that AVR? Augmented virtual reality. All this stuff is being done to us right now. You know, it's not really being done to me. It's being done to the people. And since the people are affected, I am affected because I have to be in the world. These fucking retards, and like, I can't even have a conversation with these people. Can't even have a conversation. You know. I think I could drop the link if you want to come up, Chaka. I came here just to talk some shit. I didn't expect anybody to come to the show. That's why I didn't add anything into the title that would be super provocative or whatever. Because I'm even over going live and talking on here. Because you know, like my show, my channel was some bullshit. Everybody starts their channels on some bullshit. Then it became what it was. It was like a meeting spot where we would laugh and talk crazy, be serious but not too serious. You know, just have a good time as men or whatever. And now I'm just jaded by this whole space. Like, everybody's the worst. That YouTube is a disgusting place. Niggas are the worst. Nigga, niggas are the worst. Fucking the white man is the worst. Everybody's the worst. Everybody's lying and pointing the finger at other people. You feel me? And everything happens for a reason, because it drove me deeper into my studies and realizing that I really am the one. You feel me? If I don't do it, ain't nobody gonna do it. Push me further into my studies and achieving real things within real reality and disconnecting myself from this fake reality. You feel me? And specifically what added an extra level of disgust and distaste in the space, to know, like, damn, you can't even try to stay out of you can't even try to stay out of trouble, be respectful to niggas, just have a good time, laugh, be respectful as men, without some faggot shit happening online, some motherfucker putting your name in some shit, some weird, some weird pussy nigga in Texas telling lies about you on the internet, and not just telling lies about you, putting other people you know into the lies. You feel me? You feel me? Put other people you know into the lie. Oh, this nigga did this just weirdo shit. And Shaka, you know what? I'm glad you're here, because I'm gonna forward you. Soon as I get off of here, and I promise 100%, because I don't give a shit anymore. I'm gonna forward you a lot of things that you can laugh at. And over time, these things are gonna keep going out. They're gonna keep getting out. They're gonna keep floating around and getting into the right people's hands. I ain't gonna do nothing. I'm gonna let the fake reality handle you. You feel me? Nigga came back outside like shit was sweet. You need to go raise your retarded, helmet wearing, headphone wearing ass, pussy ass son. Faggot nigga putting my name in his mouth. You feel me? But I digress. I digress. Bitch nigga, I really slapped the shit out of you. But I digress. I digress. Let me move forward. Now, we could continue with everything's fake forever, because I'm just being surface level with the media. I'm just being surface level with the media. My bad for that. I'm like in the woods basically, and I just heard something walking around behind me. I thought maybe it was a big ass deer, because they don't care. Because people, you know, reality is fake, and we get all our fake meat from the store. We're probably eating people or whatever, and then the deers don't care. They're out here big as hell, looking me in my face. Feel me? Nobody's hunting them, because you know you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to eat roaches and drink the roach milk and all that shit, while the elites and the Satanists and the Babylonians and the Sumerians, shit like that, they get the good grass fed steaks. You feel me? They get the good grass fed steaks. Shaka says, I'm listening. I'm preparing for a live with BMP in an hour. I don't know who that is, but I'm trying to guess that acronym. BMP, that means Black Manpower. Black Manpower? It means uh yeah, that's all I got. Black Manpower. Is it Black Manpower? BMP. And the thing is, I don't know if I'm more aware now, because you know I've always been like this. It's been like a long time, but I've always been into weird shit since since my early days. Oh, beta male, please. I ain't gonna try to raise up no scuff for that. That's a bitch ass nigga to me too. I don't like that nigga, but he didn't really do nothing to me. He just showed himself to be somebody I would not associate with. So then I stopped associating with him. I never talked shit about him. Never did this. Made up lies. None of that. None of that. You just showed yourself to be somebody I would not associate with. So I stopped associating with you. You see? You see how easy that is? But shout out to him. Shout out to him. You know what I mean? What's up, AM1? I'm just here talking about how everything is fake and people need to stop figuring things out where they're stupid. Their stupid gematria, their dumbass tarot cards, their gay ass chronology and shit like that, pretending like they're trying to figure out, get to the root of something when you're not. When you're not, you need to be doing your own thing and concentrating on your own base reality. You know what I'm saying? I'm not bickering with anybody. I'm not bickering with anybody, AM1. Everything I'm saying over here is facts and has facts to back it up. And that's a fact, you know? You feel me? Nothing personal, but I know you guys don't care about that. You just want to be in your little black man groups or whatever, listening to these weirdo liar niggas. You feel me? Hey, AM1, you know that goofy nigga who y'all be in his chats or whatever. I know I don't be over there anymore. So maybe if I was talking, I couldn't be over there anymore. After I thought, let me not get into it. But the niggas whose chats you be, because I'm gonna expose it all in the future. But since you say I'm bickering, what do you say? If somebody tried to put like the equivalence of a Me Too case on you, and they're at the same time they're having a popular YouTube channel where they're talking all this man shit and this is how you do this and how you carry yourself and all this SBE faggot shit. And a nigga who you never disrespected, never had words with, never spoke with, period, outside of a panel maybe on YouTube, and the nigga's gonna put your name into a Me Too case. But I'm bickering because I'm telling the nigga he's a faggot and I'm standing on his neck. You feel me? And I'm pressing charges in a court of law. You feel me? But let me tell you something. I'm not bickering. That motherfucker disrespecting me has already put money into my pocket. And I'm not going to be more detailed than that right now. But just know I'm not these niggas online. I'm not these little weirdos, faggot niggas playing or yelling at each other on panels. Oh, nigga, and all this. No, we're not doing that. Because if I'm angry enough to yell at you and I can't put my hands on you, I'm just going to leave. I'm going to walk away from you. So I'm not yelling at niggas online or doing any of this weird ass shit or beefing with niggas. But when it gets serious, I'm taking it where it needs to go. I'm snitching to your daddy, the government, the white man. You feel me? Because when I was in the streets, the law was my enemy. The law is my enemy. I'm out the streets now. The law is my sword and my shield. And any nigga who plays with me is going to get the full extent of the law put on his faggot ass. Shout out to the city. Shout out to the city. Huh? I didn't say nobody's name. I said shout out to the city. You don't know what city I'm talking about? Faggot nigga. Stand on your and go raise your retarded ass son. Nigga got to put on headphones. Nigga got to put on headphones in class. You thought that was a smart thing to come over and say on my panel and then go play with me. You out of your fucking mind? Go raise your autistic or retarded ass son. Bitch ass nigga. Does that sound like bickering to you? Am I bickering? I know you're not. You know you're not. Yeah, I'm not turned up or anything. I fuck with AM1. You feel me? Because I want to apologize to AM1. Since you're here, let me do this because I can show some real man shit right here. I know I can be bombastic and extra on my show. And one time, I let a disagreement that I had with another creator that he knows of, that he participates in their space, and the guy didn't do nothing to me. This is just an intellectual disagreement. I let that spill over into me being too bombastic. You feel me? Too bombastic that might have came off as disrespectful. And I want to let AM1 know that if I did come off disrespectful in that time, I 100% apologize, and I was wrong. And I was wrong in that moment. Maybe not wrong overall when it comes to the intellectual disagreement, but I was wrong in that moment and how I addressed you as a man, because you were a real nigga. You never came at me sideways did any weird shit. Feel me? It's simple as that. It's simple as that. To anybody who watches this later and sees like, hey, when you do this, yes, you can be self-observant and see that, oh, just because I realize it's hell that I'm in hell, it doesn't mean that I'm immune to hell. You feel me? And I might have some hellish or devilish traits at time because I am in hell. But I have the ability to rise above that. And if you have the ability to rise above that, you should do it. Because it didn't hurt me. It didn't take anything away from me. Yeah. Hold on a second. The dogs are annoying me. Started barking at the dog next door. Fucking annoying. What's good, Iota? What's good, Iota? And no respect to AM1, like I was saying before I got cut off right there. Like that took nothing from me to do that. It actually added to me by doing that and being more self-observant and self-correcting and honest. And it also added to AM1 by giving him. I don't know what it did exactly, but I know the verbal alchemy I just did also added to him. Yes, there are real men still in this world, and even if we do fall, we can readjust and readjust, recalculate, fix ourselves, and change trajectory at any time. That's a free will that we have. New cuss me out to my face. It's all good. Yeah, I can see that happening. One second, let me sip this tea. We got the cloves, we got the honey, we got the matcha with the green tea leaves, with the ashwagandha, the elderberry, and some other things. You feel me? It's just hidden. It's very nice outside. I'm chilling. I got my feet on the grass, getting a little bit of grounding. The bugs are biting me every once in a while. I don't give a shit. It is what it is. We outside with it. We outside with it. But let me not get too distracted. You know what it is, and it's nobody else's issue besides mine and how I'm going to handle it. And I just like that people think that we don't. Let me say a final word on this before I move on. People live such fake lives online and they have no consequence for it. So they think they can continue this and manipulate everybody or smarter than everybody. Hey, hey, glasses nigga in Texas, you're not smarter than anybody. You're one of the dumbest niggas I've ever seen online, lying about you and your baby mom and all that shit. Hey, guess what? I also know, and I have physical proof that you told another bitch to put her baby dad on child support. Huh? Yeah, you're really for men, aren't you? You feel me? And I'm glad that I could break you down and take all them racks out of your pocket. And we're gonna get some more racks out of your pocket. We're gonna get some more. That's the only reason that I'm not saying directly. No, I'm still allowed to come on YouTube and express myself and how you bothered my world. You feel me? So you can't use none of this against me in court. You can't say nothing. Oh, he's insinuating. I can say this is America. Until they give us the real ID and take our free speech away like England, I'm gonna say whatever I want to. I'm gonna say your son's retarded because you came on my show and said that he had the teacher said he had to wear headphones. My son ain't gotta wear no fucking. Yes, he does need to wear headphones. The teacher's an expert. That nigga's retarded. That nigga's retarded. Get that nigga in line before he hurts the other kids, and lock up your goddamn guns, you weirdo nigga. I'll really slap the shit out of you in real life, dog. You feel me? And here's another thing about everything being fake. And I know I was made for a time in the past. You know how bad I would like to take my glove off and slap a nigga across the face that disrespected me and say, guess what, nigga? Tomorrow at sundown, 20 paces. Bring your pistol, faggot. Do you know how bad I would like to do that? You know how bad I want to go into the past. How lit that would be. We get to be men. Oh, what if you get shot? Then I die. So what? You know our presidents used to do that. Nigga disrespect the president. The president like, hold on, nigga walk away from the Secret Service. Bang, smack a nigga with his glove. Be like, nigga, tomorrow, high noon, 20 paces, and I'm gonna knock your fucking toupee off your head, you dumb nigga. That you feel me? Because at least that was real. At least that was real. That was something that was happening. You see it. We go show up to the duel. Oh yeah, Will dueling another nigga. You feel me? You feel me? Disagreeable is he's dueling another guy. That would be fun. Hold on, we got a little static in the chat. He was a bit buzzed though. We both were. Oh shit, angry drunk fight. Let's go. Saka acting like he don't remember. What? My house? Who? Me? Who, me? Who, what? My house? Huh? Me? Are you sure I was there? Really? It's all right, Nui, nigga. We fall down, but we get up. I'm not saying you gotta apologize to AM1, but like I did. You feel me? You don't gotta apologize to AM1 like I did. I don't think Nu is the apologizing type. Nu just like buys you a beer next time he sees you or something on that man shit. He ain't gonna. Oh, Iota. See, I was trying to move forward, but I'm in the mood today where I just want to give enough clues so people will know, but it doesn't mess up my situation. So Iota says, "Oh wait, can I do this here? Oh yeah, look at that. Oh look at that. I'll tell you, I don't do this shit on the phone, so I don't really know." Iota says, "Who the hell are you trying to smack the fuck out of?" I kept it low. I've kept it low a long time, and not giving out enough information for anybody to really know. You see, Iota is a regular over here. Not saying he's a fan. He's a brother of the show. He's a regular over here, and he's a regular over there. And he hasn't even figured it out because I kept shit so low. But just know that weirdo niggas who talk about SBE, you feel me? Talk about SBE, fucking Ramil's flunky sidekick bitch ass niggas, you feel me? Who talk all this man shit and integrity shit and be, I'm stand on these, all that fucking weirdo country faggot nigga shit the nigga be talking is the exact opposite of all that. And I have overwhelming evidence. Overwhelming evidence. He put my name into some shit he shouldn't have put my name into when I've never spoke to the nigga offline, never disrespected, never had any back and forth with it. Nothing. Never did anything to this guy. And I wasn't, and the reason why he was bothered by me, I wasn't even aware of. You know why? Because when niggas are worried about bitches, they do weirdo shit and try to manipulate situations so they can pretend to try to still be a real man. You know, I'm standing on this all this right, all this SBE shit. I got this nigga just SBEing to the bitch. You feel me? About me. About me. And it's okay. You could lie. I can understand niggas crash out and they lie about men, but don't lie and say that I did something that could be obviously it could be said I committed a sexual crime, sexual misconduct. That's what the nigga tried to say about me, you know. And when I found out about this, at first I was very mad. I've been trying to fully change my life because people think just because they got out of the street they changed their life. No, if you still know where to get the brick from, your life isn't changed. You feel me? And that's the deal. I hate these square niggas online to be like, oh, Pookie and this and that. But then when it goes up, you'll go get your Pookie uncle, or you'll go do some shit like that. And I'm not gonna say names, but a nigga who be over here on his channel too. I remember when Gabe A told the story about when he's always talking all this Pookie shit and all that shit. But then when he needed to get somebody out of his property, he went and got his Pookie relatives. Right? You are not a square if you can call henchmen. You are not a square in a high value man or whatever. That's dumb shit you niggas be talking about. If you can call henchmen. You feel me? Like me, I can call henchmen. I can call henchmen. Mercenaries. If I wanted to stop being a square and go back to the streets, right now, I can go. Right now, I know where to go get the word. The nigga's gonna give it to me because they know me and like me. They know I'm good business. They know me and like me. Gonna give me whatever I want. You feel me? That's why I can't call myself a full square. I can't call myself a full square yet. So I digress. I was slipping. So when I found out this information, I was slipping back into my old self. I reached out because I'm a different type of. I was outside in the clubs and all that too, but I really made the bulk of my money. And this is public information. I made the bulk of my money through technological means. You feel me? So I have a lot of high tech fucking friends. So that's what I did first. I reached out and I got everything. It cost me a couple dollars, but I got all the information I need on this guy. And I was going to start doing things just to basically gang stalk your life, tear your life apart, get your children taken away. Anything I was going to go all the way to that level. And then I had to stop myself by the power of doing nothing. By the power of doing nothing. By the power of doing nothing. I stopped. I meditated, and I was like, you know what? I wish I had an Eddie Murphy. I wish I had an Eddie Murphy cut to drop right now. Half. I'm a square. Why am I trying to send mercenaries out and get information planted on your computer, then get my other nigga to call the feds and put them on? I was like, yo, let me use this as a see, a nigga trying to drag me back. When I'm out the life, they try to drag me back. I was like, no, let me use this as an opportunity to move forward into my new reality. Because the old me would never do this, but the new me, who was a square, the law is my sword and my shield. And I'm gonna bust you across the head with the shield of the law, and I'm gonna slice your fucking head off with the sword of the law. And then you better pray that my heart is satisfied, because I'll still do the grimy shit. And the grimy shit is so secure that I can talk about this, leave it online and all that shit, and you can't do nothing to me ever in life. You feel me? But I'm talking too much. Talking too much. Wait, what do you say? Wait, say. Oh, wait. I'm missing chats. Shaka says, I thought I did apologize, but you always can come through. I don't drink no more, so that won't happen. We all brothers, dog. It's okay, Shaka. Let it go. Let it go, dog. See, we real ones. It's all good. I can see Shaka yelling at a nigga drunk. You feel me? And a regular man would be scared. The AM1 is from Oakland, and he did have dreads and a chopper when he was younger. He did have dreadlocks and a chopper when he was younger. He's one of them skinny, light-skinned niggas with no tattoos, so he's dangerous. He's dangerous. Big, light-skinned nigga. This nigga's in great shape with dreads, pause, with a chopper in Oakland, California. I'm not messing with that nigga at all. At all. Iota says, I miss a couple lives, so I ain't know. But when you break it down like that, yeah, it's obvious. I have proof. I have proof. If I was a more impulsive person, I could put a lot out right now. A lot out right now. Straight up, a lot of screenshots, a lot of audio recordings that I didn't put out already because I'm being careful about this. I looked up the laws, the jurisdictions, and I'm pretty sure I'm good to put them out. And if you want to come at me, you'd have to go through crazy jurisdiction shit and try to prove all types of weird shit to try to come at me legally, which I don't care. Nigga, I fought criminal cases, Fed cases, dog. I don't give a fuck about no fucking civil case, you dumb nigga. All right, AM1 says, new. I'm just talking shit, man. We good. I do need to pull up though. You on that crazy schedule. New is controlling electricity and lightning and all types of fucking semiconductors and all types of shit. Like, he don't got time for you. This nigga is making the weather and building Walmarts. This nigga is working for God and the devil at the same time. This nigga building the data centers. Nu's a cool nigga. He loves the brothers. He wants to hang out. He wants to hang out and chop it up with us. But he don't got time for that. When you got to make electrons ionize in the atmosphere, you feel me? Can't be time to talk to black people. Shaka says, I know, man, this fucking be up right now, too. I know this fucking you up. That shit gotta be tiring, dog. Because you are a regular man. You feel me? You're a regular man. And if it was Storm or Magneto or somebody like that, then they could handle it. But you just a nigga who learned how to be Magneto. Oh, shit. Because Magneto. And that's the thing, dog. And since we're being semi-open about what's going on, I'm not saying no names. Can you prove I'm talking about you? Just because I said your son's retarded and wears headphones? Huh? Can you prove I'm talking about you just because I said your son's retarded and he wears headphones? You have a retarded son. You try to talk about the real shit. You better try to make him normal and get that nigga some dirt bikes, all types of shit. Nigga's retarded. Lock up the burners. Keep them burners away from your retarded son that needs to wear headphones before he's on the news trying to do some fake event before they programming this Manchurian candidate, this fucking retard that you gave birth to. All right. Who was I going? Did I drop the link? I'll drop it again. I'll invite guests. Here's the thing. Can anybody I want to see if there's any pushback to my point about how everything's fake and you need to stop trying to figure shit out. You'll never figure it out. When somebody gives you a fake event and then they feed more fake information into the post narrative of an event or anything that happened, you're not going to figure anything out. The only thing that is real is you. Your breath, that's real. You feel me? Your weight, shout out to AM1. That's real. AM1, I fell off dirty. October, I'm going crazy. I fell off dirty. I've been around the fam. I've been around my grandmother. I'm getting fat as shit. You feel me? The whole month of October, 31 days at least, we going into hyperketosis. We going into hyperketosis. You know what it is. Wait. Magneto. Yo, I'm trying to pronounce that shit. Like, what the hell are you talking about? Magneto. White niggas still throwing chickpeas at you. Damn, new white people treating you like that? White bitches throwing hummus ingredients at you? That's crazy. At least you know you in a rich area. Because if you're not in a good area, then the bitches are gonna be throwing different shit at you. If the bitches are throwing hummus ingredients at you and and goddamn Greek yogurt and shit at you, you know you in a good area. You're moving forward in life. You feel me? I agree. I agree. All the figuring better lead to figuring out self, mastery, mental and physical fitness, health, self-defense, freedom. I'm looking, let me look, wait. You know, I'm over analytical with this shit. Let me read this shit up. Figuring out self-mastery, yes. Mental and physical fitness. Mental's number one. Yep. Because I always like to look at the order things that people mention, at the order that people mention things in. And the mental is number one. You feel me? You got to know you are the one. You got to know you are the master. You feel me? And since we black, I'm gonna keep bringing it back to the Last Dragon. If you watch the Last Dragon, Leroy, Sho'nuff, all those characters are basically going on in Leroy's subconscious. You feel me? It's like a physical representation of the subconscious. The red key, which is useful to you, but should only be used sparingly because it's dangerous. You feel me? The red key was within Leroy, and it's the same thing that's destroying things around you. You see showing off or show up and fuck up his good time, showing off, fucking him up in the movies, showing off the red key, showing off is popping up at his crib, at his dad's, at the black nigga's pizza shop, and fucking up the pizza shop. You feel me? That's the red key. That's the red energy. And you see, he was always represented with the blue key when he got the glow. It's a yellow or a white light or whatever. Some people say that you can alchemize the red and the blue key together, and you can create the royal purple. The color is significant, the same color that the royals wear. You know that in the monarchical times it had, so you couldn't even wear, the peasants and the commoners could not even wear that color. I don't even think everybody in the court could wear that. So that was a physical representation of what was going on inside of you and what they were trying to achieve. That royal purple, the red and the blue mixing together. You feel me? But since they were doing that, I'm kind of against it. I don't think I need to have a balance. They want to that color is just a representation of a duality between the red and the blue. You feel me? Key. I might be getting off. Some people, you haven't looked into key energy. You feel me? You haven't looked into your energy sectors. How like your red and blue key is on different like when you study martial arts, especially when I was into Shintaido, and my teacher was Haitian, so he was already spiritual. And Shintaido is actually a spiritual system from the Shintaido Mountains of Japan, but their martial arts system, they mixed Chinese and Japanese styles together to make a more efficient system, and that was frowned upon because Japanese and Chinese people hate each other. But these spiritual monks hit them out and they didn't give a shit about none of that hate. Nigga, you throwing hands that nice? How you throwing hands that nice? Boom. Feel me? So that was the style I was into. And before we even started training like that, we were always fighting and young and shit. Before we even started training like that, my homie was breaking down to me. He was like, and the shit was so crazy. The shit was so crazy. I only listened to him because I respected him and I fucked with him. But when I first heard it, it was all nonsense and crazy to me. But I just listened, and then I started seeing after I started training. You feel me? Him, because he was really heavy into anime too. He's an artist. He could draw very well, and he used to break down like, I was into anime like him. He'd break down like, oh, you seen Bleach? You need to watch Bleach. Like, Bleach is real, but you need to realize what they're representing about how there's only a certain amount of people even keeping the whole world alive, and how we are energy sectors and we can raise each other shit. I'm like, all right, whatever. He's like, yo, Dragon Ball is real. The energy shit, and be able to read people's power levels. He's like the reader, just a representation of your third eye or your higher self. He's like, and it became weird, man. It became very weird being able to see these colors, see these keys, see these energies and shit like that. Understanding which one is dominating you, where you need to find balance, being able to go outside and just stand in nature and the way that the wind moves around you personally. Because after a while, you'll be able to close your eyes and visualize it and feel the wind moving around you in a pattern. The way it moves around you personally is how your energy is cycling around yourself. So once you understand how cycling around yourself, you can manipulate this to give yourself energy, heal yourself, keep yourself calm, whatever. You feel me? It has multiple uses. Threw a boy in a trash can. Oh yeah, man. Did he throw his pops in the trash can? Hold up. No, he threw his little brother. I'm about to say, man, you throw my pops in the trash can. Hey, throw my pops in the trash can. Fuck all this kung fu, all this take life one day at a time. I bet you throw my pops in the trash can, man. Fuck all that. We getting the burners. We getting the burners. It would have been. Wouldn't it be funny if at the end of the movie Bruce Leroy just busted into the shot showed? Yo, wouldn't it be funny if at the end of the movie if Bruce Leroy just shot Shonuff, knocked his ass down, bang, take life one day at a time. You got to go, Chikochi. No, you got to go. We got to go. We go. Man. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to light this joint to win. I know everybody left, but oh yeah, you said you got to go to the other guy's channel at like an hour or whatever. What are you doing? What are you going to be discussing over there? I'm not going to participate, but maybe I'll go watch it because news over there. What are you guys going to be discussing over on Homie's channel? You know what? And I don't want to pat myself on the back, but I just want to say how real I am and shit. Because you see how everybody comes over here and they don't even know like why I've been being lower with my shit. They don't even know who I've been talking. They don't even know who I have an issue with. They don't know any of that. And you also don't even know that there's somebody else within the community who can co-sign everything I'm saying. Because this faggot nigga who let me not put y'all in it. I be that street shit, that tribalism shit. That faggot nigga who be talking about all this fake news and all this shit and all this SB and all that nonsense. He put somebody else who has a more respected name within this so-called community in the shit too. And I haven't even brought that guy's name up. Huh? So when it all goes down, we'll see if it goes down. We'll see if homie wants to come out and step on this weirdo, break his glasses, step on his forehead in the middle of the street with me. We'll see if he wants to do that when the time comes. Cause I know you're gonna be laughing, dog. You're gonna be laughing when I say, yo. And the thing it annoys me. I've been like such in a zone, work, study, training zone. You feel me? Trying to be in a certain location by mid-November. That this thing is like I'm not. It's not really bothering. It doesn't bother me. Like, if you're here, like I'm not mad like that. I'm just speaking facts. Like nigga, I smack the shit out of you in real life. If this was back in the days, I smack you with a glove and walk them 10 paces and knock your dumb ass down. And if I got knocked down, I wouldn't care. These are just the facts. These are just a fact. So don't ever think I'm too upset because I was upset. I'm gonna be real. When the first one down, and then the person came, who the bitch who's in the middle of it came telling me, oh, like insinuating that I was doing this or doing that, insinuating this to me. I'm like, at first I was kind of like, yo, that doesn't even make sense. I was just being normal. That don't even make sense. And then I got hot because I was like, bitch, if you ask me any more fucking questions, you don't tell me what the fuck is going on. It's up. It's up for everybody because I'm gonna figure out. I don't need you to figure out what's going on. And then I got all the information I needed to get. You feel me? But like I'm saying, this is just a good example of how everything is fake, even down to these creators. These are not real people because they don't show you enough of themselves to be real people. They just talk and make declarations about themselves. New, I see he's a real person. He controls lightning. You feel me? He was trying to keep it low, but he's Static Shock grown up. If I was on my computer, I would pull up the images of Static Shock as a young man, and you would clearly see that is Shaka New as a young man. You feel me? Nigga, Static Shock. So that's the only thing. That's the only lies he ever tells and try to keep low. But other than that, he's one of the realists. AM1, you know what he is. You know what his mission is. You know what he's about. You feel me? You feel me? I'm not saying niggas can't have skeletons. You don't have to give everybody your information. But when you are out here trying to be a bit of a public figure, a speaker in any way, a coach, anybody who's trying to have some type of influence on the people, you need to be pretty transparent. And if you're not transparent, then it is what it is. You know, I should have brought my iPad out here with me too. Cause I wonder if I got. Okay, I wonder if I'm out of here. I wonder if a nigga try to flag my channel. Weirdo. Weirdo probably. He probably tried to do that shit already. He fucking probably screenshot it and sent it. Sent a victim statement to YouTube or something like that. So you gonna tell? So what are you gonna be discussing over there? All right. Let's see if I want to comment on anything else being fake before I get out of here. But like 10 minutes away from coming up on the hour. It's basically everything because you know, like none of this stuff matters. The details don't matter, but you know when the details don't matter. But you know when what's his name was getting so-called shot in the neck in that CGI show that went on, that 250 government representatives from the U.S. or in Israel humping that gay ass ghost wall or whatever, making promises, getting flexed on. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we got this blackmail on you. We're gonna do this and that. You know, that was going on in the exact same time too. So that's interesting. And then again, you can research like who was there, who was there, what was going on in that time. Like it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Hold on, am I gonna get cut off if I do this? I'm gonna. I want to check if I'm even still live because there was a bunch of people in here. You know, a moderate bunch of people, and then it dropped down to really nobody. It says I'm still live. Let me click on it. Yeah, I don't really have much to say, but you know, I'm outside. I'm enjoying the. I don't really have much to say, but I'm outside. I'm enjoying the very nice. Why don't I see my mic going up? Hold on. iPhone microphone. iPhone microphone. Yo. Usually you can see your sound meter around yourself. Am I disconnected? If anybody's in here, let me know. And one thing about the news, I'm not the news. One thing about the being in the woods that's so interesting. It's, like everything is growing and dying, flourishing, and then deteriorating. Oh, can I fix this if I like? Hold up. Oh, the phone is whack. Can I take myself off of here and back up? I'm assuming somebody will let me know in the chat if this was like totally cooked, but it is what it is. I'm just gonna chill out here a little longer, like 5 minutes. It's nice out here, but I was gonna say, yo, the forest is so interesting because everything is growing, everything's alive, everything's making a sound. But the same thing, everything's growing, everything is live, everything's making a sound. Everything is dying at the same time. Like right now, I'm looking at the backyard of my backyard. You feel me? And there's a doghouse in the backyard of the backyard. You feel me? On some Cassidy shit. I got a large house, a dog house in my backyard, and even my dog house got a backyard. That's real right now. That's what I'm looking at. And a branch fell from the tree, and like a spear, boom. broke, and this is a sturdy ass doghouse. Broke like straight up like a bullet, broke through the top of the doghouse, through the whole thing, through the floor, boom, sticking into the ground, and you hear things like this happening often, like trees falling, branches, and different things happening, and this lets you know like the fragility of life. I I could have been standing right there, and then the stupid piece of wood would have came down and killed my dumb ass. You know. Excuse the silence. I don't even know if the show is still working anymore because I can't see my voice. Uh, you know how it pops up around your avatar or whatever, but I'm outside, I'm chilling. You feel me? Doing nothing, smoking a J, talking my shit, looking at the forest, the rolling hills of valleys of western Georgia. You feel me? And since this whole this Kirk situation happened, there's been endless trying to figure out. Like I'm saying, it's getting deeper and deeper and weirder. I only needed to see so much to know that it was fake. You feel me? If you were like back when I was like in high school when 911 went down, I could understand being fooled by that for a little bit. For a little bit. But if you're a grown man, like a grown adult, I don't see the excuse. I don't see the excuse for thinking things are real anymore. Like if you have kids in a family or something, maybe it benefits you to think it's real, so you can keep living your mundane humdrum life and just try to keep your kids alive and nice and plump for the PDF files, you know? Because like I don't see how people don't even have like the least bit of what word do I want to use? Curiosity covers it, but there was another word I wanted to use. I don't see how people aren't even the least bit inquisitive about the existence that you live in this country. You feel me? Like the fact that you have a birth certificate, you feel me? Like, even your whole life is fake. You feel me? The fact that you have a driver's license when you're not driving shit, you're operating a motor vehicle and you're traveling from point A to point B, but yet your car that you had to pay for, pay taxes and all this extra shit is now registered as an asset of the state, and they're leveraging your vehicle and giving you fines against something like this is insanity. It's even something as basic as that. But people have no interest. You feel me? That's why I have no hope in the masses in the least bit. And people are dangerous because even the C-19 thing, it makes me think like just as easy as all them people went out and got that poison shot because people told them to, even if they had family members like me who were like, you don't ever try to tell you shit ever, ever, never try to push nothing on you ever. And I go out my way to be like, I know you want to hear this. I'm calling you now because I love you. And I'm just gonna lay this out to you. Do not do this shit, and they'll do it anyways. So I see that. I feel like how do I say it? They really could do some like really creepy shit. You know how in Africa, how the tribes will go at each other and it'd be the Houthis and the Tutsis or whatever, and they'll just start chopping each other up or whatever off the word somebody said it's cool to do it now. I feel like they will do that shit here too. And there's a bit of an issue doing it here, but I think it's obvious with the predictive programming, with the movies, The Purge, and all that. Like, and I just heard some crazy shit out of, I say out the loop. I just been straight studying, so I dip my toe back into the creepy conspiracy waters a bit, quote unquote conspiracy waters, and Yeah, the shit's like really not going anywhere, dog. You gotta get some money. If your conspiracy channel or whatever is not working on escaping this matrix or this Maya, the Samsara, the Saturn Moon matrix, or whatever it is, if your channel isn't centered on that, then you're just spinning your wheels. You might as well try to get money. You feel me? It's either exit the construct. If you can't exit the construct, make yourself comfortable here. How do you make yourself comfortable here? Number one, you do that with your mind. Your mind is the first level of comfort that you need to find, because until you find comfort in your mind, you will never have the peace you need to manifest. Oh, manifest, woo woo. No, manifest just means do work and get work done. Do work and get work done. Let's not get too deep with it. You feel me? You find some peace in your mind. Then you're like, hey, I want more physical peace. Then you get some bread. You have more physical comfort, physical peace, whatever. That's basically it. And from that point, you just cultivate your mind and cultivate your energy. There's nothing to do beyond that. Stop thinking there's a whole bunch of shit to do here. There's not a lot of shit to do here, for real. Iota said, yep. I thought I was cut off. I thought I was cut off. I thought they couldn't hear me anymore. And I was just out here yapping it. I didn't really care. I dead assed off for like the last 10 minutes. Nobody could hear me because I can't see my little. Oh, my. Oh, there's got to be a cicada. No. A tree right above me creeped me out. I heard something big flying around. I just looked up. All right, I see it. Yeah, there's a big ass cicada. All right. I thought it was one of those crazy wasps. They got these giant wasps out here. Damn, I forgot the name of it. What is it? Is it called a cicada killer? I think it's called a cicada killer. They got these big wasps out here. From what I understand, they don't do anything to people, but that shit is scary when it comes around. that shit. But I digress. Like, I think I might end it there. Like, this whole thing is about it's about you. It's about you cultivating your energy. Um, it seems like also forgiveness, forgiving yourself first. You feel me? Forgiving yourself first, not in and not in that woman way of like, oh, I forget, I shouldn't, I have to forgive and love myself first. No. You forgive yourself by confronting and looking at yourself and saying, yes, I was a piece of shit here. I was a dumbass here. I was here, being brutally honest with yourself about these instances where you were out of character or in the character of the Babylonians or the Satanists or whatever. You feel me? And then you can correct from that, but only from brutal honesty, not looking away from or avoiding it. You feel me? And in this day, this is more important than ever. Unless you're going to fully disconnect yourself and isolate yourself from all these evil systems, you're going to be bombarded with nonsense all the time. Like I said before, I feel like Skynet has fully taken over. I don't anything I'm seeing outside of my own eyes, not on a screen. I need to see it with my own eyes. I need the light rays to bounce off the vibrations, go into my retina, my corneas, and all that shit, the lenses in your eyes, and all that bullshit, and then I can try to make half sense of that. But as far as news events and all that, everything is fake, everything is compromised. Don't believe that everybody hates each other. They're being programmed to hate each other because of these bots on the internet. Half these people who you're responding to, who are putting up these things that are triggering you, they aren't real people. They don't exist. Then you're spiraling over something that's not even real because you're a dumbass. And you need to confront yourself and realize you're a dumbass, and then you can stop being a dumbass. You feel me? I think everybody here who can hear this like knows this already, you know? Yeah. But everybody here knows this, and like on another note, the goal in mind is to get back to Colombia, like settled and live a fully nomadic lifestyle. I was stuck in that condo on the 51st floor in downtown Miami for so long. You feel me? And I always felt like I needed to keep this and do everything else to really accomplish everything I want to accomplish. In reality, that's not the truth at all. That was straight golden handcuffs. You know, that was the pattern being locked in, overtaking me. And you need to break the pattern. You need to break the pattern. Something can just be said simply and easy. You know, somebody pulling up, and I'm not expecting anybody, but yeah, it's been a good show, a good chill outdoor show. Looking at the woods feels very good right now. It's a beautiful day. This is disagreeable. I'm disagreeable. We are disagreeable. Peace.